Hey everyone, it's August 3rd right now, towards the end of the day. Let's take a look at the Ataulfo rootstocks. So, if you guys haven't seen this one right here is my oldest tree. Look at the trunk size on it. This thing's just massive, you know. So, this one has gone through several top working projects, several different top working projects over the past years. The latest ones has a lot of these varieties on the bottom while I was removing a lot of the non-duckmai branches. I still got some non-duckmai branches, but I do plan to remove those, especially those on top right there. Didn't really do any spraying this fall, so none of the fruitlets kind of held or anything like that. Let's kind of take a look at everything here. On these grafted branches, nothing's really held any fruits. Except a few things. I think that's a little gem. See that little fruitlets? I don't know what's gonna hold. Let's see. Here's a pineapple pleasure. I'm surprised that these are sending fruits. This has been very powder mildew prone when I grew it, so I'm surprised any of these held fruits. This right here is not a surprise. So this is maha. Very beautiful, skinny looking fruits. This maha right here. So there's like 4 fruits on there. Let's see. This one's not Nam Dak Mai. This one's another variety I grafted years ago. It's supposed to be a Carabao, but I don't think it is. So you'll see. It's definitely not a Laverne Manila either. So it's something else. Let's see, I think I've seen a healthy bunch of non-duckmai somewhere here. Where was that? Let's see. Oh, here it goes. Found that bunch. So here's a bunch of healthy non-duckmais right here. Here's some nubbins. That's not gonna do anything but crack. Kind of crack like these guys right here. See. So that's the non-duckmai. Not productive this year because of very little spraying I did. Here's some more blooms that's happening. That's all non-duckmai. You follow that ridge of the tree right there. Definitely has to go. It's just too much work for me. So here's the other one, the other variety that makes up most of this the other part of this canopy. This is California Remit. Here's the fruitlets. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty amazing. Pretty loaded. This is actually from the second bloom. So there's a lot more right there. There's some more on top too, and you could see first bloom versus second bloom. Here's the first bloom. This is the nubbin. See how the shape is off. Depending on the variety, different varieties, nubbins kind of show different kind of forms, different kind of shape. You have to be a little bit familiar with it. I'm familiar with my variety right here because I've been growing for such a long time. And this is how they should look like. And at this point in the season, it should be pretty decent size already. This one's, it's first bloom. Didn't set these nubbins. These don't really crack. They do ripen and they're really good, really tasty ripe fruits, but just too small, too bite size. It takes probably like half a dozen of this to equal like one fruit. It's just not worth it. You can see some mixture of the nubbins with the healthy fruits right there. Yeah, just kind of step back. Yeah, this is pretty loaded, and this is my California Remit. Really nice. Great. Got very lucky on this. The reblooms worked out perfectly, and lots of fruits. Here's another variety. This one seems to have a mix of nubbins with healthy fruits. This, if you were to believe it, is a Laverne Manila seedling. It has a lot of this weird long neck right here, and this fruit's gonna end up being possibly like a 6, 7, 8 inch fruit. It's a very long fruit. few of its nubbins like these. This won't get any bigger, but something like this. See that neck right there? This gets really long. So I'll let this get big and we'll see how it is. Let's test this out. Do a taste test for you guys on this, but yep, this is a amazingly a Laverne Manila seedling. Let's see if I here's another view. Here's another view of the California Remit. Looking really awesome. Let's see, I made some grafts in here somewhere of orange sherbet and Maha Chinook, but it's not doing much just because of the shading. That's kind of shading it. Alright, and this right here is what I still plan to remove these branches, but I just haven't had time. Been saying that for months, but when it does come out, it's gonna be like I'll be taking that major limb off, kind of get all this canopy of Nam Duc Mai out of the way. There'll probably be another branch somewhere that section, but most of these huge canopy of Nam Duc Mai number 4 will be going away. Okay, on to the next one. Alright, this is the next Ataulfo rootstock. I just finished some top working, grafted probably about 20 plus scions onto here. Took quite a bit of time, maybe like over an hour and a half, just because the position of this tree was kind of hard to get to. Some of the branches was kind of sticking out kind of towards the inside. It's hard to just kind of get to it. So I finally got all the grafting done. It's been top worked mostly with Iman Fasan. So that's a very dwarf growing tree, and hoping it does well, you know, just giving it, you know, being on an older rootstock, and hopefully it just kind of takes off. I was able to get a few different grafts on here in the past. This is a Julie. Hasn't done much, kind of rebloomed way too many times. That one's a Juliet right there. That one's done really nice. That's also a dwarf tree, but it's been growing really well on this old mature rootstock. Lattice still kind of hidden because I was going to try to get up to show you guys some of the grafts that I have made that has been successful. So let's see, here's a dwarf wine. It's growing really nice. That was just made this year. Got some Sun Paris back there, a couple of Sun Paris. I'm hoping that's a slow grow. I'm not really too sure. It might be much more vigorous. I might have to end up removing it. Grafted a bunch of Neelam on here. Here's a Jahangir right here. Bunch of Neelam. This is a Neelam right here. And there was a Juliet graft right there. So that's kind of covered most of it. Oh, I did graft like one carry somewhere right there. So we'll see how it goes. The original tree, well, not the original tree, the original rootstock is Ataulfo, but the graft on here was some California Remit. There's some of the fruitlets on it. Really nice looking. Alright, on to the next one. Here's the next rootstock. Okay, most of that right there on that side is California Remit. Unfortunately, I had a horrible time on getting this to rebloom. Majority of the branches did not rebloom. The one that kind of held on were kind of nubbins. They didn't really do much in terms of the flower. Most of the canopy on this side is a mixture of Laverne Manila, because we like kind of like the green eating quality of it. There's a large Maha up there. There's a Super Julie in the back, and then this one I do plan to clear out that middle part right here. So you could see a huge fruit from that. That's California Remit from the first bloom. Some big one too, but this one's the second bloom. Second bloom that held. I think there's a few of these bunches kind of spread out here and there, but again, I would call this unproductive year for this right now because it's just on maybe like 4 or 5 branches. Probably not that great. Let's take a look at this. I made some recent graphs of this. So here's the California Mint. This is the first bloom, and this is huge fruits already. Right? It's like giant already. Looks like there's a couple Super Julie that was hiding. Hopefully they hold. I have been struggling getting Super Julie to hold to set fruit. Here's a Pickering right here, looking really well. Grafted a cat right here, but I might remove it. That's like a Montbasson right here. Have another Montbasson somewhere, but most likely not gonna grow much just because of where it's at. But let's kind of take a look at the star on this right now is M4. Look at this. Wow, this is very, M4 is an amazing fruit, and to have a chance to kind of have a few M4 would be amazing. There's about like 4 or 5 M4 fruits on here right now, and this set on the first bloom, so that's why you could see a nice size on it right now. Here's Maha. It didn't really bloom, so nothing really much on the Maha. Here's the Super Julie right here. I cleared out a bunch of it. I think I might have to clear out some more branching of it. It is giant, so see all that right here? That's all Super Julie right here. So it's become like maybe like a quarter of the canopy now. Unfortunately, it has not been productive. Very good grower, but I need to figure out how to get it to be productive, or else it might have to be one that I can no longer recommend. Alright, well, again, here's this is pretty much my insurance mango. I guess I would call this my insurance mango, a California Remit. Excellent green sour eating quality. Horrible as a ripe mango. Alright guys, here's the next 4 and 5 rootstock. Right, so rootstock number 4 and 5 on the Ataulfo rootstock. Again, most of this is California Remit. These are nubbins, you can see it right here. Even that high one up there, no good, right? But here is the rebloom. It's looking really, really awesome. You can see the fruitlets. See the size of them. This is pretty much my insurance mango. Really great. Right there. Here. Bunch more up there. And again, it's like even though it looks like quite a bit, this is probably like 1/5 or 1/6 of this whole tree, you know. It just had a hard time getting the site to rebloom correctly. It just didn't rebloom. Tried to get it to rebloom, it just didn't. And the ones that did, the ones that held on to the first flowering, these tiny nubbins. Oh, here's another bunch. I guess that one's a rebloom. That one looked nice. These are nubbins right here. There's more the California Remit. Alright, let's kind of take a look at the peach cobbler, which is the other branch that's doing really well. Here's peach cobbler. Hi, here's peach cobbler. The fruit sets really well. See, try to get a better angle over it. There's too much sun over there. Peach cobbler right here. And peach cobbler right here. So peach cobbler look like it's gonna be setting quite a few fruits. And this was a rebloom on the peach cobbler, so they're a bit smaller size because it's not didn't set on the first bloom. It's set on this. These are all setting on the second bloom. But gosh, maybe 3 dozen or so. Who knows? I haven't really counted it yet. I'll count it when it gets bigger and no more thinning of them, the fruits. And I will take account of it. But yeah, it's looking good. So, alright guys, well that's an update. Thanks everyone.